So it's weekend 2 of the Call of Duty Black Ops 6 beta, and obviously this is where they start to add new maps and stuff like that, and where people actually start to enjoy the game a little bit. And it's actually now the open beta, so people who even haven't pre-ordered the game can actually have the chance to play the game. So if you haven't pre-ordered the game but you don't want to pre-order the game, you can currently. I don't know when, I think this ends next Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday, so get yourself a little bit of time to actually do this. It might be a little bit longer sometimes. I think they are known to sometimes extend the beta a little bit longer in some cases. However, we don't know. Treyarch did put a tweet out saying they're actually going to be fixing some things in Weekend 2. Thank the Lord. Treyarch put this out on Twitter. Weekend 1 of the beta is officially ended. Thank you for playing and providing your feedback. The action continues 6th of September at 10 a.m. PT in the open beta, along with plenty of new content update fixes, including they've raised the level cap to 30. Okay, I think the last year's level cap for Modern Warfare 3 was actually 40, I think. So, again, leveling up in this game is not actually it's not hard at all. In fact, I think it's, in some cases, fairly quick, but I don't hate it like that. It's a beta. I want to kind of experience things. You know, I kind of want to actually rank up a little bit better. Weapon balancing, which is actually really good. That's cool. The weapons, I'm not going to lie, it was the Jackal PDW. The XM4 was kind of shredding, but the Jackal PDW was probably one of the worst guns in the beta, especially the Weekend 1 beta. I've played a bit of the Weekend 2 beta, and it feels a little bit better. Maybe it's time to kill, maybe it's just the servers, I don't know. I still kind of feel like I'm getting shredded. Maybe that's just because the maps have incredibly shit spawns. So it just makes it look like you're getting shredded, when in reality it's just this game will once again having shitty fucking spawns. But this is kind of the effect, and this is how the game will probably be, so don't expect much. But again, as the game comes out, it's kind of a known thing to get broken guns in Call of Duty, even day one. So hopefully this is how they keep the Jackal PDW, and it's not some overpowered piece of shit, because god damn, it was all I ever saw in my kill feeds was Jackal PDW, Jackal PDW, Jackal PD, and it was getting a bit boring. I was like, come on guys, let's just use some other weapons and stuff. The XM4 was used quite a fair bit. That did shred. That did kind of shred the XM4, but it wasn't as fucking brutal as the Jackal PDW. Spawn tuning, I don't know. I've had some pretty shitty spawns even on some of the other maps. There's a new map, Babylon, which is a little bit, it's kind of Shipment, but a little bit bigger than Shipment. But the spawns are fucking awful. I guess some games they don't fix the spawns on purpose. I don't know. There's the Pit. Pit is another. That's probably a little bit bigger than Shipment. The spawns on that are horrendous. In fact, I don't think there's a map on this game where I don't think there is a map where the spawns are that incredible. It just feels like the spawns are all over the place. Now, I understand maybe that's just to get you high off your feet. You're like, oh, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, or is it just to piss you off? One of them, it has to be right. You know, it has to be there to actually annoy you, because the spawns are fucking dreadful, and I think to a point they're going to start annoying people, and well, they're already annoying me anyway, so I can understand why some people are really annoyed. I've seen many clips on Twitter of people very pissed off at the fact that they keep getting shot from behind and stuff like that. Increased weapon XP, finally. The ranking up was a lot more easier than actually getting weapon XP. I feel like it was I was having to kill and play 2 or 3 matches before I ranked up my weapon once. I'm not saying it needs to be fast, but I'd say it should maybe every 2 matches you rank up, something like that, or maybe every half a match, like a match should rank up half or something like that. I don't know how weapon XP actually works. I don't know how much XP you actually get for a kill. I think it's like 100 XP per kill, so that obviously adds up and stuff. But again, I do think that adding this and making it more better and adding a better weapon XP is really good. That's something I actually am very proud of them for doing. It's a good thing this weekend too. We need this. We need better weapon XP and stuff like that. We need this sort of stuff, and I'm thank God they've decided to add that because it makes it now more tolerable and more fucking better to play. Audio improvements. Now, to be honest with you, I never really encountered any audio problems or anything's wrong with the audio, footsteps audio and stuff like that. Although I did see a few videos of people saying they had some problems with footstep audio, so I'm probably gonna have to say I didn't experience an incredible amount of problems with the audio, so I'm guessing that maybe is just half the people are getting that. I don't know, but yeah, I never encountered anything anyway to do with the audio, so again, maybe it's just me. I don't know. I'm glad if it is just me. Bug fixes and more. Yeah, there are some bugginess. In fact, there's some really weird stuttering in Weekend 1 as well. Not on some particular maps, Pit mainly. But yeah, there was some very notable stuttering. Would like jank up every now and again. You'd be trying to play, or you'd have a player coming across you, and then next minute you just freeze and then you get shot to pieces because, well, you can't fucking play when you're frozen like that. So that was very annoying. I don't know whether that was just a temporary thing, or was it because it was a packet burst issue, or was it, I don't exactly know 100% what it actually was and what the reasoning of why that fucking thing was going on. Maybe it was to do with packet bursts. I know the servers haven't been incredibly great in all this whole thing, so that's not a surprise at all. Weekend 2 will start on the 6th of September. That was actually yesterday. New core map, Babylon, strike map, stakeout, level cap increased to 30. Gunfight and new face-up variants, new perks including Ninja, new SMG, Weekend 2 rewards. What do you get for Weekend 2? I'm guessing Weekend 1 and 2. So if you get to level 30, you get the Bug Smasher, which I think is an XM4 variant. All of these, I think, are obtainable at the end of the game. So if you do end up deciding to purchase the full game, then you will be able to obtain most of this. You get a Beta Expert calling card. You get the Truth Lies loading screen. Okay, that's pretty cool. So you unlock level 6, a beta spray tag, no bugs, keychain sort of thing, and a quick draw emote. You unlock that at level 15. The operator squish, you unlock that at level 20. That was the level cap for last week. At level 20, you unlock two variants of an operator, and at level 23 you unlock a loading screen, the Truth Lies, and obviously at 27 you unlock Beta Expert, and then you unlock the Bug Smasher at level 30. So you got a lot to do. I think currently 21 in the beta, so we're getting there. We're getting there slowly. But yeah, you got all weekend, so you can probably smash with half a day. You could smash out and get to through 10 ranks pretty easily. There's no search and destroy in this beta. A lot of people are not happy with that at all. So I guess we'll have to see with what if they do end up adding it, I don't think we are going to get that now. Search and Destroy. It's a little bit weird because Search and Destroy has been kind of a staple within betas, I think. Most of the time, it's been in a lot of Call of Duty betas. Modern Warfare 2 and in Modern Warfare 3, I think it was in both of them betas. And people like Search and Destroy. You know, that gets them a feel and more understanding of what Search and Destroy is actually going to be like in that particular game. So that's why a lot of people actually like Search and Destroy in, you know, playing it in a beta, because it gives them sort of a chance to actually play that. But again, I don't know we'll if we will end up getting Search and Destroy. It seems a little bit too close, in my opinion, to the beta weekend ending. So I don't think we're actually going to end up getting Search and Destroy, unfortunately. I know that's probably going to piss off a lot of people because, well, Search and Destroy is kind of one of them. It's kind of one of them game modes people just love to relax and sit back on. So again, I do hope maybe they could slip it in. But again, wishful thinking. But yeah, the Omni movement is absolutely crazy. Apparently there was a buff to it, or a buff to Omni movement, some people are saying. I hope not, because it's already fucking OP as shit anyway. You know, if someone's with a shotgun, you know, I think this Omni movement is fucking wild. And yeah, I mean, it's... Yeah, I'd say people who have a 9-to-5 job are probably going to end up quitting this game before anyone else. And it's just, again, it's not going to help the whole situation. So yeah, if you are a part-timer when it comes to this Call of Duty, yeah, you just don't bother at all with it, because this Omni movement is going to break your knees. And again, if they have buffed this shit, then I'm going to be pretty annoyed, because we don't need this shit buffing. You know, we don't need any more fucking overpowered shit, you know, to the Omni movement. This shit's pretty OP. It's one of the most OP it's pretty much just exosuit movement, but without the exosuit. And without the cooldown time. There's no cooldown timer. Some people are calling for a cooldown timer on the Omni movement. We need a cooldown timer. I don't know if we do. But yeah, Babylon, the Black Ops 6 multiplayer map will be added for Weekend 2. Is one of the smallest maps in the game. It's almost like an extended version of of Shipment. Treyarch has said there's no big size maps in the game at all. Isn't is it Scrud? Scrud is kind of a biggish size map. I don't know what they're on about with that. Well, it's more of a medium size. Okay, I don't really like maps being overly big, because you just have to, most of your time is just you trying to search for someone, which in my opinion is just really painfully and just annoying. You search all your time to try and find someone, and they end up camping and you just get shot, and it's like, wow, I wasted all my effort in actually trying to find someone, and there he was right there around the corner waiting for me. I feel like people tend to camp more on bigger maps as well, because it's like, well, I can't be bothered searching, so, you know, I'm gonna just camp here and hopefully someone goes by and I can just, you know, break their kneecaps with my bullets. That's what I think anyway. I've played bigger size maps in Call of Duty, and most of the time they do end up having and serving more campers than the smaller size maps, because, well, who needs to camp on a smaller size map? You respawn, you can quickly get a kill, so it's a lot more easier. But I feel like with a bigger size map, people are more keen to just staying in one place, because again, searching for an enemy sometimes can be a pain in the ass. But yeah, having only medium-sized maps is a new thing, and a cool thing, I guess. The Jackal PDW has been nerfed for Weekend 2. Yay! Finally, they've actually nerfed the most overpowered and annoying gun in Weekend 1 of the beta. It's something that I'm very happy about now, and I'm glad they've done it. It took their fucking time, but they've finally realised that it was overpowered to shit, and this thing was unbeatable in some games. In fact, it kind of was boring because that's all you'd see in the kill feed. Jackal PDW. You know, and I was thinking, oh, fuck. And then you use the gun yourself, and it was shredding. It was fucking shredding. But you kind of felt like an asshole for actually using the gun. But then again, you're like, well, if you can't beat him, you got to join him, haven't you? That's kind of the situation you have to roll down with. But I do think this is a good thing. I hope they keep this shit nerfed in the actual fucking beta, because holy shit, that's going to be really fucking annoying. It's going to be really annoying for the actual thing. Again, I don't know 100% what's actually going to be nerfed and stuff like that. I think in most times when the game actually comes out, in most cases, they don't actually nerf anything. They kind of release the game how it is. And it's kind of more of a test. It's like you're beta testing guns and telling if they're actually overpowered or not. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's a good thing that they have nerfed the Jackal PDW, because again, it stops my brain from fucking rotting, because I'm sick and tired of that weapon. It's getting fucking boring now. We get it. It's an overpowered gun. Stop fucking using it. Switch up your style. Black Ops, this downloadable update has begun. Oh, that was the update for the beta. Patch notes for the Black Ops beta. Let's have a look at these patch notes. Black Ops beta weekend patch notes. Jackal PDW nerf updates more. Black Ops 6 returns with open beta, and the devs have brought new changes, including a nerf to the Jackal PDW, spawn changing, and audio. This is from Charlie Intel. Despite the beta and its new Omni movement system well refined by players, the players weren't impressed with the spawns, weapon progression rate, and the Jackal PDW that dominated the meta. The beta will be live for everyone when this goes out on the 6th of September. You don't need to pre-order or have Xbox Game Pass to play. Not only have to play, you have to reach level 30 and unlock new weapons and equipment, but the devs have revealed that all the changes following feedback from the first weekend. So, obviously, level cap increased, which is good. The perks you get. But if you know, there's a new SMG. You have to get to level 30. It's called the Tanto 22. Which is cool. Weapon swap speeds. We've seen feedback about the weapon swap speeds, and we agree we'll be reducing weapon drop times across the board for an overall increase of weapon swap speeds. Players looking for an even quicker swap speed can try out Fast Hand Strategist perk in the weekend 2 of the beta. Movement speeds, we are making small adjustments to baseline movement speeds on all weapons classes to make sure they are all sitting in a good spot relative to one another. We mostly focus on move speeds and ADS move speeds, which come into play during combat engagement. So it looks like they are tweaking with the movement speeds as well. Again, like it comes back to when I say this, some people did say they did experience a more refined piece when they were playing the beta, and they felt like it was more nerfed, buffed. So again, that's pretty cool. And weapon swap speeds, it looks like they're looking into that as well, which is pretty cool. Movement speeds, oh yeah, that's what they put there. The Jackal PDW is nerfed. The Jackal PDW's intended strength at its best is class handling, decent mobility, by slower rate of fire compared to many other automatic weapons in the game. It is overpowering at medium ranges, so we've increased the damage fall off and dropped the ranges close to, along with a slight increase in recoil. Maximum damage and CHF barrel headshots multiplier have been adjusted to maintain the same high hit to kill numbers while using the attachment. This is a good thing, because that shit was fucking overpowered and it was quite awful, and I was getting bored of using it because you have to use it to try and, you know, counterbalance. Weapon XP has been buffed for Weekend 2. Yes, that is brilliant news to hear. Babylon has been added to Core Mosh Pit playlist. So it looks like there's Skyline, Babylon, Rewind, and Derelict in the 6v6 playlist. Yeah, the spawns, they said they have fixed the spawns, but again, I have not felt the spawns being fixed at all. In fact, I think they're just about the same, maybe a little bit worse. They're not great at all, so if you are someone who's trying to play the beta and not have a shitty weekend playing it, I had to break it to you and drop it down on you like this, but the spawns are probably going to piss you off. I think they do need to tweak some spawns. I get it for the smaller maps. It's a little bit harder. Everything's a little bit more chaotic and stuff like that. And it can be, in some cases, harder for spawns. But I'm kind of getting bored. I really wish, in fact, they should put up a thing that says spawns have switched to something like that. You know, there are some cases where I've had the spawns switch. Like, all you have to do is go into someone's spawn and it will, you know, wait there for a few seconds and it flips the spawn. That's kind of what enemies do. They'll flip the spawn and then you'll be walking. I've had this in the beta as well. I've been walking out of my spawn and then I get absolutely just rammed by bullets in the back. And I'm thinking, how the fuck is this guy? And it turns out they've just spawned there and they've just seen me come out of my spawn. You know, I'm like, what the fuck? You know, I think in some cases maybe tell us that the spawns have switched or someone's in our spawn or something like that. Because half the time, you know, I'm trying to walk out. Yeah, no, it's not a big case. It's kind of rare-ish. But still, it's very annoying that still fucking happens. You know, I don't want to see that or have that. So again, I would like that to actually be a thing, but again, I don't know if that will ever be actually a thing. Skirvis matchmaking is in full effect today. Block of matches are sweaty. It's not really surprising it's sweaty. It is the open beta now, so the people who maybe couldn't be bothered pre-ordering are actually getting an opportunity to actually, you know, play the game and see what it's like. I don't know if games are going to be incredibly sweaty, though. I don't know how many people are going to end up getting in the open beta. So yeah, it's pretty cool, this. I don't think the beta is bad. It's not a bad beta. You know, I haven't experienced an incredible amount of packet loss and stuff like this. Incredible frame drops. There was a bit of freezing towards the end of the beta last weekend. Tuesday. There was some freezing, but it kind of evened out and stopped. So I presume that was just something to do with just how it was. I don't know. But yeah, it's stopped now. I don't have any freezing. So I guess that's been addressed, or it was just a problem. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, it's been addressed and I'm glad it has. And they've done some pretty good tweaks. They've nerfed the Jackal. And they've fixed some audio and other stuff like that. Now again, with this beta will most likely, well, in most cases, the betas of especially Call of Duty, what you see is what you get. So what we're seeing here, that gameplay wise, unless stuff is like nerfed and stuff, we'll see stuff nerfed and buffed and all this sort of stuff in the first, you know, week to 2 weeks to a month of the Black Ops 6. So do get prepared for that, for seeing some people getting pissed off at the fact that their favourite meta weapon has been nerfed to oblivion because it's OP as fuck and it shreds you with only a few bullets. So I'm glad they're actually doing something about the PDW, because that shit was getting on my nerves. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about the beta. Again, just to clarify, if you do not own the if you do not own the game, you can still actually play the beta, which is good. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about this. This is the Weekend 2, unless they had something. I've already talked about Weekend 1, I think, so yeah, that's pretty cool. It's a great beta. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about it. Fix the spawns a little bit. They did say they were tweaking spawns, but again, I don't think they've done enough with that. They need to do a little bit more because the spawns are getting fucking horrible. And it's painful to see that you just spawned in and then you get absolutely obliterated because someone just spawned in behind you, the enemy. So, yeah, hopefully something is done about it. And you know what? I can't actually wait. It's going to be pretty fun.